What it do? What it do, people? We back with another episode of I.O.W. Sports Show, Late Night Owl Edition. Your man Wacko Mar here. Hey, you know what we're gonna be talking about. Hey, the double dip, Monday Night Football. Hey, Texans. We got them. Buccaneers. We got Raiders, Chargers. We'll recap both games. Obviously, the Chargers and Raiders. I haven't finished up yet. Key injuries to some key quarterbacks in the league. Of course, we'll talk about that. And hey, foul, Tush, push. Hey, Tush push under scrutiny again. I talked about it 5 months ago. We'll revisit that conversation. All that and more on tonight's episode. Let's go.
Yeah. Silent Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, Late Night Edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the night hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep. Go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know what it is. We are here with another episode of I.O.W. Sports Show, Late Night Out Edition with your boy Wildcard Mar. We are here. We are here. Yes, sir. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Hope you enjoyed your Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Anyway, I'm feeling good, feeling great, feeling good because I'm on the right side of 6 feet. Health is here, you know. Family's good. They're healthy. I ain't got too much to cry about. You know, I got plenty of stuff to be mad about in my life. They may not be where I want them to be, but it always could be worse. So that's why I'm not complaining. Y'all know what the deal is. Y'all already know. I got something nice and sticky. It get rolled up. Let's crack open this Modelo. Let's have a good time, man. We're going to talk sports, man. Happy Monday to y'all, man. Cheers to y'all. Hope y'all are doing okay. All right. Let's cheers. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's go. So delicious. So delicious. Obviously, Monday Night Football game. You guys are probably still watching it 20-9. At least where I'm at. Still got about like four minutes left in the game. Chargers are up. So we'll definitely talk some Monday Night Football. But I want to start right here. Tush push under scrutiny again. And y'all know me. I don't like to toot my own horn. Toot, toot. I was talking about this about 5 months ago. Obviously, you know, ESPN and FS1, they're going to talk about it because they needed some type of, content, of course. But, it's in Gino's face. Yeah. Hey, Gino should be disappointed in his face. Ain't looking too good for the boy. But the Tush pushes under scrutiny again. And I'm going to actually talk about why it's under scrutiny. But I want to call some back. We love callbacks here. All right. Love callbacks. This is episode 436. So this is about, probably about 5 months ago. All right. NFL owners meetings was going on. And I talked about it because I think there was something that was voted on that was a big deal. And after yesterday's game, which I attended at, I was at Arrowhead watching Chiefs and Eagles. You'll see why it's talked about again. Let's see what I said 5 months ago. The tush push is probably one of the most, I guess, one of the most controversial things that they're really discussing right now at the NFL owners meeting. And Ryan Clark, Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp weighed in on it on First Take. Let's take a quick listen to hear what they said, and then we'll react.
Be tabled. My thought is, though, what happens when the coaches aren't there? What happens when they're having these conversations further down the road? I heard you guys talk about it a little bit earlier, and if this is truly a player safety thing, I listened to Nick Sirianni say we don't coach this play from the offensive line and the defensive line in any way different than we coach a normal quarterback sneak. And then also Shannon mentioning something that a lot of people don't remember is that you did used to push on field goal block, and that was something that was outlawed. So there's so many pieces to this. I think my larger problem is it's such a successful play that attempting to outlaw it feels like a way to find an out of defending it. And I think to me, that part was soft. To me, that part was people running from coaching, as Mike Tomlin would say. So I'm glad that it was tabled for now, but I do believe this will be a topic of discussion again. And if they can continue to push that it is a player health and safety risk, I believe at some point the tush push will be outlawed by the NFL.
I just think they should take a stance. Pick a side. Whatever you decide, either outlaw or let it, because I'm kind of tired of talking about it. We know there's only a handful of teams that have success. You talk about Josh Allen, who's 6'6", 250 pounds. Mm-hmm. They're successful at it. And the Philadelphia Eagles with a 6'6", 328-pound offensive line with a quarterback that can squat 600 pounds. His leg drive. But, normally there was a time that aiding the runner, which means you push the runner to gain extra yards, that were outlawed. Now you can aid the runner, you just can't pull him. It's just, for me, I just want them to make a decision one way or another. It does seem like a cop-out because only two teams seemingly have success doing it. The Eagles are at like 86% on third and fourth down when they use this play. Nobody in the history of the game. Do you know how many games you would actually win if you could beat 86% on all of your third and fourth downs, regardless of the
you win the Super Bowl
RC? Every single year, because you're never coming off the field. You're not coming off the field. And so for me, Stephen A., I agree. I think it's because they can't figure out a way to defend it. Because I remember the run and shoot and the no hurry. You remember Nick Saban used to say the hurry up offense. They need to do something with the hurry up offense. Well, they adopted, they found ways, they got innovative. They started doing the hurry up offense as well. Until you find a way to defend it, people are going to say, well, you know what? We need to outlaw it because we can't stop it through our creative coaching style. So I don't believe it. I haven't seen the data, but they're going to have to show me, Stephen, where they said when we get in this formation and run it, players on the defensive side get injured. Other than that, let it rock.
I think he hit it right there. Right there. The last bit that Shannon said right there is the telling if they're going to ban it or not. The research. And it has to be concrete research. It can't be no all right, I'll cut it short. If you guys go back to episode 436, that's where I talked about it. But here's the deal. All right. There's no surprise that this play is under scrutiny again. So here's my two thoughts that I said on the show last time on 436. Like I said, you want to go back and listen to it. I'll just paraphrase real quick. It's a play. To me, it's just a glorified quarterback sneak. Billy's perfected it. It's funny that the Bills have used it because I got something that we need to discuss about the Buffalo Bills when it comes to this tush push. So there was 10 teams that voted not to ban the tush push, as in they were okay with it. Obviously, the Eagles, it's their play. The Ravens, Browns, Lions, Jaguars, Dolphins, Patriots, Saints, Jets, Titans are the only 10 teams to say, nah, we ain't tripping about the tush push. All right. Here's the 22 teams that did, and let's kind of go through it and what makes sense for them to why they want to ban it. All right. Chargers, Raiders, Broncos. That makes sense. They play them this year. All right. Hey, if you don't want to defend it, outlaw it. All right. Seahawks, Cardinals, Rams, 49ers. Obviously, they play in the NFC. You know, hey, if I got to see them in the playoffs, yeah, get rid of that play. Okay. Panthers, Falcons, Buccaneers. Again, I don't know why the Panthers are doing it. They're not going to see the Eagles in no time soon in any meaningful game. Falcons, possibly if they make it to the, playoffs. But they got to get past the Bucks. Obviously, the Bucks, that makes sense. They play them. Bills, why are you against the Tush push when you used it? If I'm not mistaken, you tried to use it in the AFC Championship game, and you didn't use it, and so then they made another rule with the virtual measurement now. So as looks like the Raiders just got the ball back from the fumble by the young rook Hampton. But anyway, back to what we're talking about. Colts, not sure why you would ban it. Texans, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure why you would ban it. Vikings, that makes sense. You're in the NFC. Bears, that kind of makes sense, but you're not playing meaningful football to ever see them. Bengals, I guess. Not sure. Steelers is surprising. Giants, obviously, you're in their division. Commanders, obviously, you're in their division. You're tired of seeing it. Cowboys, obviously, makes perfect sense. Packers makes sense. You're in the NFC. You'll probably see them in the NFC championship type situation. And, of course, everyone is the team that spearheaded this ban of the Tush push. And then, of course, the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to be on this list. You know why? They're tired of seeing it, too. Because every time they see the Eagles, guess what? It's a meaningful primetime game. Or it's Super Bowl. So they're tired of seeing it too. Makes perfect sense why they would vote for it. Obviously, y'all know why who I root for. But here's my thing: I don't agree with the Chiefs on this one, on banning the Tush push, and here's why. Like I said, it's a glorified quarterback sneak. It's a play in football. People can say it's not a football play, but guess what? It's a rugby play. That's almost the same element as some elements in football. And if you look at the formation, it's literally set up just as the same as victory formation when you go to kneel at the end of a game when you know you're not going to do anything and you just take the kneel. But they're just actually using it as to get a first down. I have no issue with it. All right. I have it. Look, again, I went Shannon Sharp on this one. If there's data that's saying, hey, on this particular play, cats are getting hurt, like absolutely getting hurt every time on this play, cool. And you're calling in player safety, cool. I'm with it. Ban it. But that's not what this is. This is everybody. Again, NFL owners meeting. This is where they take rules out, add rules, amend shit, and they do all this shit at NFL owners meeting. So let's put that in perspective. There's not coaches there. There's not players there. This is owners, 31 of them. All right. And then they got the Packers representatives to represent the Packers ownership, which is shareholders. All right. They're publicly owned. All right. So again, they're not making this decision off of quote unquote player safety if they're so-called trying to sell it that way. No, this is hey man, we can't stop a play. It's not 100% effective, first of all. All right. Yes, is the rate high on the success rate? It damn sure is. All right. But find a way to stop it. I mean, I know what people are gonna say. They're like, oh, Mar, come on, man. Well, yesterday. Yeah. Okay. I hear you. Because this is what they're going to talk about. And this clip right here, even got Andy talking on it. This is what people are going to talk about. They're going to talk about this.
Yeah, you try to get penetration is what you try to do. And be able to stop it. But that's a pretty rough one. I might have had a couple of them that they got off a little early on, but we'll look at that.
And everybody's seen the clips. Everybody's seen the clips. All right. When the Eagles get off false start, is clear as day. All right. It's clear as day. All right. It's clear as day. So, as the normal, common sense thinker that I am, the inward thinker that I am, I would say, hey, if they false started here and it didn't get called, how many other times has it ever happened? I'm pretty sure it probably has before. But here's why I think why you shouldn't ban it. Again, it's a play. But the main factor is you can't blame the Eagles for finding a play. They run it a certain way. It's been effective. Now, of all the scrutiny, which I really want people to really look at this situation real crazy, because I've been on Facebook, Twitter, and just looking at observing the talk, because obviously I've heard for the last 2 years of how the refs are always in favor of the Chiefs and this and that. You got the refs sitting in the pocket. And now in one game, it's so weird how just that whole referee scrutiny thing just flipped so quick. And I've been just looking at the discourse about it, and now they want the Tush push banned. Dan Blandino on Fox Sports, he's tired of it because he don't know how to officiate it. Well, I think, Dean, how to officiate it is you call it for what it is. If it's a false start, if it is a false start, and in at least one of those cases it was, you throw a flag. See how easy that shit is? That's how you officiate it. And if it's not a false start, you let the play rock. Find where Jalen lands. Try to find the ball. I know it's a needle in a haystack, but now that you got your little virtual marker, thanks to the Bills, again, another rule change, you should be able to find out where the damn ball is at. Have your virtual chain gang find it. That's what you spend all that money on it for, right? That's what you did all that for, huh? Yeah. That's when you go and use it. But it's just wild how the discourse amongst football fans and other people that make content just like myself and even I wouldn't even they're going to talk about it on the main shows. Now the narrative is going to have a different narrative this year. Every time they're going to do the tush push, now it's going to be scrutiny on it. Now every coach is going to be like, hey, we know they're going to run the tush push. Watch him. Hey, watch him. Can you look out for it? Now it's going to be a microscope, almost similar to when, and Chiefs fans can relate to this, when Chris Collinsworth was, if he calls out something on a primetime game, then all of a sudden it's just like another narrative that gets built. This was a big-time game, almost a Super Bowl feel, a week 2, big playoff Super Bowl atmosphere. I was there. You could feel it. Eagles fans, y'all do travel. It was little pockets of green in the stadium. No, it's literally, this was something that when you got something big like this, anything that's going to get called, you got Tom Brady in the booth. If he's doing what Chris Collinsworth, and saying, and obviously I haven't seen the replay back, so y'all can correct me if I'm wrong on the commentary if they made a big deal of it, because I haven't seen the replay yet. I plan on watching that again. But it's just, there was a replay that we saw in the stadium. It was clearly offsides. The fact of the matter is like, come on, call it for what it is. If it ain't that, let it rock. I'm just, to me, it's just weird. Third and tush push. Yeah. And that's to one of my other points. You get 60 minutes to affect the scoreboard. All right. Both teams are given the same amount of time, the same playing field. It is up to you to get the opportunities, make the opportunities for you to affect the scoreboard, and you can affect the scoreboard on both sides of football. We all know this. You can take the ball away and give your offense more opportunities, or on defense, you can actually get a turnover and score. Offense, that's your job, is to put points on the board. You can directly affect the scoreboard. So, look, the fact of the matter is I don't want Chiefs fans to be unrealistic with this. Yes, I am a Chief fan, but I am a football fan. Fact of the matter is you got 60 minutes to affect the scoreboard. You can't be mad at the players for what is and isn't getting called by officials. They have their job. All right? Let the play live. If it's not causing physical harm to the players, it's not putting nobody in no damn vegetated state, if it ain't unaliving nobody, what is we talking about? If it's football, it's football. Right? We got to stop with this old sissification of a sport that's been physical since its inception. Ever since the jokers weren't wearing no damn face masks and just had the raw little cowhide of lead on their head and barely any pads, they was smacking the shit out of each other. It was physical. I get it. You want the player safety. I'm with player safety. But come on, man. If it ain't affecting that, what is we talking about? What is we talking about? Football is football. I say, look, and I'm being consistent with what I'm saying, because obviously being a Chief fan, I heard all the talk for the last 2 years, and I had to defend, like, if you don't watch all Kansas City Chiefs games, you can't understand that the officiating is never in favor. All right. And then if you can't watch all of the NFL, which I do, I'm trying to tell you, get the NFL Plus app, just pay the little 13 little bucks. You can even watch the condensed version, but you get every play. The officiating is terrible across the damn board. But people love to grab and gravitate to narratives, and they like to rock with it and spin with it. And you can't do that unless you physically see with your own damn eyes of what is really being officiated and how the NFL is being officiated is terrible across the damn board. But people don't want to understand that. Because, again, narratives and clicks go hand in hand, and they love to click to find a narrative. And you fall for the same damn trap every damn time. The fools that are. Not the smart people. Not the inward thinkers. Gotta think inward. Think inward. At this point, they are doing it. If defense isn't preparing block the week, they are against the Eagles in practice. That's on a defensive coordinator. If you call yourself a true defensive coordinator in the NFL, I think you should practice for the play, knowing you're going to play them. Absolutely. Like You don't have to be an inward thinker to even have these. You just got to be a common sense person with a brain, cells, hopefully some IQ in up there, just some. This ain't rocket science. This is common sense shit. Common sense shit. Like, come on, man. Like, what? Are we that far removed that we just can't be? Never mind. That's a rhetorical question, like a mother. Anyway. So it's and that's the thing. It's predictable because once they get into 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, you know what they're going to. I'm sitting there in the stands. I'm like, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, 4th. We know what they about to do. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. And so and the funny thing is how predictable it is jokers can't stop it. Again, I know I just think it's common sense. Hey, they like to run a certain play. We should practice for it. Hey, they're good against the run. We should practice against the run. Let's have the scout offensive team do a lot of running. All right, a lot of run plays. All different types of concepts. And let's mimic what they do. What are we talking about? This is crazy. And the fact that I literally just used 26 minutes, almost 27 minutes of my show in the opening on a damn one play. One play. It's one play in the playbook. Literally just getting this much scrutiny, and I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy. For those who try to mimic it and aren't successful, and now you want to get it banned, Bills. That's some real sissy-fied shit right there. We're gonna try to mimic it, but we're not as good as y'all at it. So yeah, let's bet it. Oh, that's some other anyway. Oh, I can't wait to see y'all collapse again this year. It's coming. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Anyway, let's move on. Because that whole this is crazy. That a tush push is really getting that much scrutiny. But anyway, let's move on. It's Monday Night Football, man. We had the double dip. Dip, baby, dip. Come on now, dip. Cut, candy, sweet. Go, let me see that Tushy roll. It had the double dip of Monday Night Football. First up, we had Monday Night in the first matchup. My fault. Buccaneers, Texans. Hey man, I'm a Baker bro. I think if my man Bobby is in the building, I hope I said it right because he corrects me every time. Because I say I'm a Baker boy, but I think I'm a Baker bro. I absolutely dig what Baker Mayfield, what he has turned into in Tampa. Obviously, he still has what they call it, moxie. The kid got moxie. Yeah. So not only does he have that, he I call it bravado. Some people call it cockiness. Some people call it arrogance. I call it, sometimes, when I was growing, we call swag. I guess swag ain't cool no more. What the little youngins call it? What the YNs call it now? What Riz? I don't know what that means. I'm 38. Riz, that what they call it? Yeah. Bros for Baker. Leaving Ohio was probably the greatest thing that happened to that man. Yeah, aura. Yeah, aura. That's what I call it. You're a Riz. Okay. Yeah. I guess that's what the youngest call it. But that's what Baker got. All right. And ever since since he's got the Tampa, he's been literally throwing that pill like a muff, man. He been killing it. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And it's gotten to a point where the man's stats and gameplay and his toughness and just everything about him has just gotten so real dope. I just, as a football fan, you're like, yo, this mom throwing that shit out there football. Baker flinging that pill. And you just like, okay. I can't I like, you absolutely got to be nitpicking for to really not like Baker Mayfield right now. Like, you really got to be nitpicking. Like, it might be some shit where it probably won't even be football related. That's how you would absolutely not like Baker Mayfield right now. If he came out and said, never mind. If he came out and said he was never mind. I ain't gonna touch that because it ain't sports related. And I probably said enough things to get canceled. I'm not gonna give him reason number 5,548 to cancel my black ass. So let me move on. But no, Baker Mayfield has been killing it. Like I said, you really got to be a nonsensical non-football fan not to love what he's doing. But went down to Houston. Obviously, the score was real close. 2019. I do respect the way that the Texans defense, man, they gonna knock the piss out you. I'm for real. That Texas defense, they flying and they hitting hard. D'Amico Ryans, I love it. They gonna knock the piss out you for real. No, I'm talking about for real. And if you play football and got hit hard enough, you know what I'm talking about. Like, literally, they like hit you so hard, kind of rattle your bladder and little leakage. Just saying, boom, knock the piss out you for real. They hitting hard, man. They hitting hard. But Baker found a way to do it. Obviously, the stats ain't crazy, but he made some big scramble plays. I love that play where he scrambled, looked like he twisted his foot or his ankle or something. And CJ Gardner-Johnson, of course, he's an antagonizer, always chirping, always yapping his mouth, goes over there and gets in Baker's face. And as soon as Baker popped up, it looked like he wasn't hurt no more. He talking shit right back to him, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then he had another big scramble down the stretch. But love what Baker's doing down in Tampa. Love the fact that they finally started to get the running game going. Bucky Irvin and Rashard, right? I love that little combo they got right there. And that kind of really slowed things down for that and kept that Texans offense on the sideline. But hey, Tampa Bay, I said this before. I do not be surprised if you see them in the NFC Championship. I got them actually losing to Philly, but I think it'll be a close because Tampa Bay always plays Philly tough, and damn sure keep an eye on Tampa Bay. Make up some noise in the NFC for sure. Just my opinion. Baker, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different people got a reception. So Baker's feeding the fam. All right. Some might get a little, a one drum chicken drumstick, some got a wing, so they got the drum and a flat. You feel me? Some people got a 3-piece combo, Some that was a probably a leg, a breast, and a thigh. That's the 3-piece. Okay. Couple of people got the 4-piece. Pick your choice. They probably doubled up on a breast and a thigh. You feel me? Or a drumstick. Switch it up. Hey, some people got the 6 and the 5 piece. They say that I want boneless or they going straight up wings. So, hey, Baker, make sure everybody ate. Maybe it just wasn't your day to get the big meal, but you ate. So 7 people getting reception, and it's looking good. All right, so let's talk about the defense, Texans offense. Defense for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They not bad against the run. I think they solid against the run, damn sure, for sure. But they can't, can't let things get a little shaky in the secondary a little bit. You can move the ball on them. Obviously, Houston opened up the score, went straight down the field. Great catch by Nico Collins to get the touchdown. Great catch by him. But great ball placement from Paul. Ooh, that was crazy. From CJ Stroud. He threw the football in the perfect spot. That's what I should have said before. But you look at what's scary about the CJ Stroud, and shout out to my man Chris Style, Arrowhead Chief Podcast we do every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. He was like, yo, I'm kind of worried about CJ Stroud, and he said that last week after the Rams Texans game, and I saw the replay and I was like, I'm not worried yet. Obviously I'm looking at the O-line, it wasn't good. And then I'm like, hey, to be fair, he played a good Rams defense. And then I saw the game tonight, and then I'm like, he literally threw a little short dinker right to Levante David, and there was another buck there, and then it was his receiver. And I'm just kind of like, I see what you're talking about now, bro. I'm kind of worried about CJ Stroud too, is because, like, here's the problem. When you see good quarterbacks with great talent and they have a little to no offensive protection, and they're primarily a in the pocket quarterback, and they can move. They got some mobility. CJ Stroud got some mobility, but he's an in pocket kind of passer. All right, he's trying to throw the ball first, most definitely. He only runs out of necessity, absolutely necessity. But he's trying to stay in there and make the right pass, make the right read. The problem is that offensive line wasn't good. It just wasn't. It wasn't good. They're not good. Wasn't good against a good defense in the Rams. Wasn't a good defense tonight against the Buccaneers. Or a good offensive line tonight. So it's gonna be that's why I'm worried about CJ Stroud, because I don't think he's gonna have the proper or adequate time to, not take the sacks, not to get his head blown off. We'll talk about another quarterback that's taking a lot of sacks, getting beat up. Just beat up. We'll talk about it. But it's just I look at things like that. That's why I'm kind of worried. I'm like, as a football fan, I'm like, I don't know if CJ Stroud gonna be able to finish this season, because the line wasn't absolutely, fantastic last year, and Larry Tunsil, your best piece, you move off of that. All right, you got a lot of faith in a lot of young cats, but do you want to bet the future of your QB on it? Ask a couple of other franchises if it's, how much more wise it is to make sure that you build the interior and then the outside. Ask Cincinnati. Ask them how they feeling right now, and say, "Hey, yeah, man, we got all this money for T, all this money for Jamal, all this money for Burrow. But we gonna slap some Swiss cheese in front of them to protect them. Oof. See how that's turned out for you, huh? See what happens when the body take a lot of bruises, a lot of hits, a lot of bumps, get knocked off around like a pinball. Yeah, all this money for tough toe. My toe. Why don't you go ahead and do some Harlem Nights? Shoot that month off and ain't even got to worry about it. Just shot my Pikachu. Now I gotcha. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm tripping, y'all. But no, for real. It's just Buccaneers look like a legit threat, and Texans, who've won the division for the last 2 years at 10-7, are off to a slow start. Because to be fair, they faced two good teams. And if you ask me, if they're facing, good competition in the NFC right now, two playoff teams that were last year, and you're coming out 0-2, I'm not liking your chances against the AFC. So it's not going to bode well when they start facing the Baltimores, the Buffaloes, the old Kansas City, not these new Kansas City. The old Kansas City is coming out. It's going to come out. I guess they trapped in the closet. I shouldn't have said that's wow. But regardless, when you face the usual suspects that you see in the playoffs, all right, this Chargers team, as we transition to that, you'll see them in the playoffs. I was wrong. My bad, Chargers. My bad. I was wrong. See that? See how easy that is, folks? When you know that you was wrong, it's okay to admit it. All right? Gruesome injury to Khalil Mack. That was crazy. Seeing that live or seeing the playback when that his arm snapped back. Condolences. He ain't dead. That's definitely the week, but positive vibes sending towards Khalil Mack. You hate to see the players get injured, especially I love his game, and I've been watching his game ever since he was at Buffalo. And I ain't talking about I'm talking about the college, the Buffalo Bulls, not the Bills. The Bulls. They rock the blue. All right. They used to put him on ESPN all the time. Khalil Mack, and he was in there wrecking shop. If I believe, I think they were part of the Mac. I might be wrong at that point in time when he was there. I might be wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But been watching his game, so hopefully he can bounce back real quick. Hopefully it's nothing horrific. You know what I'm saying? Nothing terrible. See, I was never mind, y'all. I be tripping sometimes, but Chargers look good, both on offense and defense. They look like a complete team. Straight up, I just got to call a spade a spade. Justin Herbert is balling, and trust. I got him on my fantasy team. He's wrecking shop. Chargers defense get 3 interceptions. So they're looking good on both sides of the ball. My bad, Chargers. I was wrong. I was like, oh, y'all gonna get injuries and y'all just gonna fumble the bag like y'all used to. But I thought that 11-6 was maybe use a little bit premature ahead of schedule. But hey, Jim Harbaugh has y'all playing his type of football, which is we're gonna be physical on both sides of the ball. But he's learning how to. When you got Justin Herbert, he does have talent. You know, just the only knock is always been about him. Can he finish in the clutch moments? Can he make the plays in the clutch moments? When you get to the playoffs, you got to win those games. If you want to be mentioned with the big dogs, he has the talent to be up there. He does. This is point blank period. All right. As a football fan, you got to look at the way he plays. Like, yo, this guy, he got a lot of things in the physical about him. He's no small boy. All right. That's a grown man, and he's still getting. You know, he's going to start maturing a little bit more because he's been in the league for a minute now. All right. Remember, let's not forget, he got drafted behind Tua Tagovailoa, y'all. I'll let that sink in. That's wild, right? How the hell he get drafted behind Tua and turn the ball over? That's crazy. That's real crazy. But to the main point, no. Chargers, I think, got Derwin James. Bad. Oh man, one of the, in my opinion, could be the coldest safety in the game. Pound for pound, probably the best safety. Excuse me, in the game, for sure. Just my opinion. No shade to other safeties. I love their games. Obviously, I love Mika Fitzpatrick's game. I love Kyle Hamilton in Baltimore. I love his game for sure. There's some other safeties that I'm just so silly and foolishly forgetting. So don't mind me. But no, Chargers are just, man. I know Amarion Hampton had the fumble at rookie, and he's gonna understand that, hey, high, tight, all three, and hey, man, that's what you do to my, them curls for it. Gotta get them, take the ball, cover it on that big old bicep. Just saying, hey, you got to treat that football like it's your life. You can't be putting it on the ground. That's how you lose your job. Just being honest. That's how it goes in the NFL. You got a fumbling problem? Yeah, you can juke, you can run cats over. You got all the attributes to be a legend, son. But you put the ball on the ground too much. Not at that position. Can't be fumbling. All right. So Jim Harbaugh already talked to him, sent him down for the rest of them games so he can understand how serious it is about putting the football on the ground. And you saw Najee Harris pretty much carry the game on out. But Raiders, his defense looks a little bit better than I thought it. Obviously, I saw the Patriots game and I took it for what it was because it's the Patriots offense. I'm not expecting much from the Patriots offense, even though they that was yesterday. Their result is different, and again, take account into who their opponent is. But no, I thought that the Raiders deal, they played a mucky game in New England, and they just was the muckier team. They were the more physical team, which is pretty much what I'm saying. And so I love the physicality on the defense. They're flying around for sure. They'll knock the piss out you too, but also the fact that Geno was making smart decisions last week. He was not making smart decisions this week. 3 INTs, no. Obviously, the one before the half, that was almost like a Hail Mary attempt, but I get it. I got to take your shots. But no, Geno was not typical Geno. There's 3 turnovers on that game, and you can't have that. Can't have it. Like a running back can't fumble. You can't be a quarterback throwing interceptions. Can't do it. Point blank, period. Fact of the matter is. All right. I mean, Gino knows better. Didn't play well. But again, credit to the Chargers defense, who still managed to keep up a good amount of their intensity even after Khalil Mack got hurt and left the game, because that's a big piece. Khalil Mack still, even at his age, is still a big piece on your defense. And I'm not saying they were still just as good, but they still had the same intensity. Still was knocking the shit out of people. Still stopping the run. I thought they did a solid job against Ashton Jeanty. I didn't look at the stats yet, but just looking at the game, it looked like they did a solid job against Ashton Jeanty. Let me pull up his stats right now just to make sure I ain't sounding fucking crazy as hell. 11 carries, 43 yards. He did have that run for 13 yards, so they bottled him up pretty solidly. Gino only threw for 180 yards. Of course, got 3 interceptions, 3 sacks. But they were applying pressure. Chargers are a threat. They're a threat for sure. But speaking of pressure, man, we got some key quarterback injuries because they can't stop the pressure. And what I mean is, somebody Joe Burrow hurt again in probably out 3 months because of turf toe. Obviously, look, I'm not blaming a turf toe on Cincinnati Bengals. What I am blaming on the Cincinnati Bengals is Joe is injury prone is because he's a crash dummy. And you're like, oh man, Mar, what you talking about? What you mean Joe Burrow crashed? I mean, no, he Joe cool. He the quarterback Cincinnati Bengals. He good. All right. What I'm saying is he's a crash dummy is because Joe Burrow is obviously, this ain't his first time that he's gonna miss a significant amount of time. You remember the wrist injury a couple years ago, all right? And before that, I think it was 6-7 weeks in his rookie campaign. No, 10 games in his rookie campaign, so he missed the next 6. All right. I end up playing all 16 the next couple of years. Makes a Super Bowl appearance in there. Okay. Makes another AFC Championship game in there. All right. And year after that, he misses the last 7 games because of the wrist injuries. All right. Played all 17 last year. Now 2 games in, he's going to miss a significant amount of time. All right. And I'm only pointing all that out because you got to look at what the man is going through. The man was sacked 32 times his rookie year. Obviously, one of those sacks ended up having the injury. Following year, he's 51 times that man was sacked. 41 after that. 24. Okay. 48 last year. And in between 2 games, he's already been sacked 5 times in 2 games. I ain't even, I couldn't find his stats on how many times he's actually been hit, which was one of the other stats I was trying to look for and not just go based off some of these little memes and stuff that I've been seeing floating around. You know. All right, here we go. Hit 47 times his rookie year, 48 after that, 48, 37, 69 last year. Hit 4. Five sacks, been hit 4 times. Already 10 pressures in 2 games, or what's that? One and a half game. Sorry, not trying to be disrespectful, Joe. Just being real. Stats ain't lying about how often you are getting hit, how often you are getting pressured, how often your body is going to get hit, 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 and hit because they keep blitzing like crazy on you. 138 times, 125 times, 110 times, 83 times, 164 times, 7 times in 2.5 games. Teams are going to continue to blitz you and attack you, and is because Joe Herbert was another pocket passer. Yes, does he have mobility to get out the pocket and escape some sacks? Some sacks, he has enough. I've seen him do it before. But fact of the matter is all these hits are going to continue to pile up on that body. That's why he's falling apart. He's injury prone is because, hey, I know you listened to him and you gave him his college wide receiver, his partner, his player. Yes, Jamar Chase, we're having explosive offense. I understand that it sells tickets. Hell, it even got you to a Super Bowl. Got you to another AFC championship. It's looking good, but it's gotten you nowhere in the last 2 years. It's gotten you to no playoff appearance and another no playoff appearance. You had your little sizzle, but at this point in time, you need to start getting to the meat and potatoes of what it needs to build a proper offensive line. You keep trying with these old patchwork ideas. You need to either make sure that your scouting team is doing their damn job, that you're paying their salaries for it, to make sure that you are scouting the best talent to play at offensive tackle, offensive guard, center, protect the investment that is Joe Burrow. You don't invest in it, you don't put the effort into it, you keep getting this result of your investment, your very, very expensive quarterback investment on the damn sideline again because his body is wearing down because you continue to not adequately protect him. His body will eventually just be, hey, I can't do this no more. You'll start seeing the play regress because his body just won't be able to stand up. That's why you had Andrew Luck's. That's why you have other high-profile quarterbacks. David Carr at one time. Say what you want. David Carr went number 1 overall. His career was cut short because the man was getting his body absolutely tattooed in Houston. There's always a quarterback that has high talent, high caliber, drafted high, and their career is cut short because they don't protect him and put him behind Swiss cheese, piss poor, inadequate protection, and is going to have their bodies absolutely get decimated. It's just going to happen. And it happened again. Yes, Joe Burrow is injury prone, but at the same time, hey man, what happens when you keep putting the body through the same miserable, just physical tone year in and year out because you refuse to just get them to all them joints and bones and ligaments and all of it start hurting. It's going to break down. It's wear and tear. It's like an automobile. Wear and tear. You don't maintain it, you keep beating it up on the same thing, you don't fix it, it's gonna break down. It's crazy. You ain't had the proper etiquette to protect your franchise. And It's gonna cost you. You get to pay a man to sit on the sideline. So all that guaranteed money ain't up yet. Yeah, all that guaranteed money ain't up yet. But once some other quarterback injuries that are kind of ones you keep your eye on, they're saying Jaden Daniels is day to day with Washington. All right, I say watch out for him. Obviously, J.J. McCarthy in Minnesota got the ankle injury. They say he might be out 2 to 4. So there's a couple of quarterbacks that's a little banged up right now. And it's kind of, got to be careful with the things at your quarterback position. Very important. I know this. That's what my fans. I know this. And they said Tua isn't on the injury report, but they said that there is a report on he may be on it soon if he don't stop turning them damn balls over. Pause. Anyway, I didn't yap my mouth enough. All right. I'm going to finish the rest of this beer off air. So, cheers to y'all again. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Like, share, subscribe. The I.O.W. Sports Network, baby. All right. Y'all know that's where we at. All right. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. You can't find me there. Going over to my Twitter page, Casey Wildcard Mar. So I'll be posting any and everything that I be doing. All right. I be on it all day, straight up. If you want me, you can find me in case I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm vibing. I'm out, y'all. Peace and love. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Holla.
Yeah. Solid Hill TD, yes, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card Mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card Mar. We about to